Hey, welcome to the Coin Box and welcome to this unboxing and overview of the first ever Type 2 proof American Silver Eagles. This is an unboxing of the S proof, and I do have a W proof with me as well, so we're going to look at both of those coins and we'll compare them also to the Type 1 proof American Silver Eagles. So let's get this box opened up and get started. Okay, and here are the coins. So we have three. I really don't like how they don't fill the box. So these go, bouncing around during shipping. But here we have one of them. United States Mint 2021 American Eagle 1 ounce silver proof coin. It doesn't say which one it is on the box. But I'm going to go ahead and take this receipt out of here. Okay, there we go. So we just need to look at one. I'll put these aside. I'll zoom in a little bit. Okay, now I said I had a W here as well. So this is the W. And as you can see, the boxes are identical. I'm not a fan of this sleeve, this outer sleeve. To begin with, the whole package is very, very light and feels just very cheap. But that just almost looks like a children's craft, from a stamp from a craft kit or something. If I can show you here, a similar box, but this is the 2-set coin edition. I'll leave a link above to this unboxing and review of the 2-coin designer edition reverse proof set. But you can see this eagle has at least some sort of texture, It's not just a flat eagle. This one is just very flat and does not look very artistic whatsoever. But that's what we get. I think the Mint's trying to save money on packaging. So we take the sleeve off. This is the box, and I do kind of like the way that looks. It's hard to catch it on camera. But we have the Mint logo right there, and then it says United, kind of hard to see, United States Mint underneath. And then if we open this up, we get to the COA, and then there is the coin. Wow, it looks nice. It really does look very nice. Here's the COA, and if you want to pause the video and be able to read that, you may. So this is the S Mint mark. And a lot of people, I for one, at the beginning was confused with this, what looks like a mint mark, and it looks like a W. So we know there's a W and an S, so it's easy to look at this and think this is the W, when that's really just the artist's initials, Adolph Weinman, who is the designer of the obverse. And before I get the coin out, let me go ahead and open this other one. So this is the S version. Let me zoom up just a little bit. There we go. And this same packaging, light and flimsy. And this is the COA. So it's basically the same, just has a mint and mint mark are different. And this is the W Type 2 proof. So let me get the coins out of the packaging and then we can take a look at them side by side. Okay, so here we have them side by side. And again, they can be confused for both being W's. But again, that's not the mint mark. The obverse of the two coins is essentially identical. If we flip them over, we see the only difference between the two coins, which is the mint mark. So here we have the S mint mark, and here's the W mint mark. So I wasn't a fan of this new design. I'll leave a link to the in-depth review of the new design Type 2 and where I compare it to the original Type 1. I'll leave a link up here in the corner if you'd like to watch that video. But I will say that the eagle does look better on this proof coin than it did on the bullion, regular bullion finish of the coin. These look really nice. So we'll get them out of the capsules and get some close-up shots. And I just want to, before we do that, point out two things. One is that we'll see if it fits in this slot here in the box. Other way. Yeah, it does. So this is supposed to, I'll hold it, but this is supposed to fit in that slot. Kind of, you know, to function somewhat of as a display case. You can set that down and stick it in there. It was interesting because in the reverse proof 2-coin set, that is not the case. And again, I'll leave a link here so you can watch that. But the slot is just not big enough. It just doesn't work. So poor design. That's one thing, so that's a good thing that it fits in. But I'd like to also briefly compare it to a previous version of the proof coin and the packaging more than anything. So here we have, you know, your typical, and I know this is all, you know, it hasn't always been like this. Before they had a different packaging also, but this is the more recent blue box packaging from the US Mint. And the box just itself feels a little sturdier. I don't know if that's the case. Maybe not. Maybe the box is the same. But we open it up and we get to the COA. And this proof coin is one of the reasons I got this specific one, was because it's the 30th anniversary, 2016. And it has edge lettering, which is kind of cool. So that's the COA. And then here we come to the main difference. So if I pop this out here, we have this clamshell style velvet case, which is really nice with a metallic seal on the front. We can open this. It has a hinge, and there we are. There's the Type 1 proof coin. You know, the case says United States Mint. And just the packaging itself is much nicer. We lose that on these new coins. We get this kind of flimsy case with no lid, not very much protection. And I don't know if I can show you. So this is the Type 1 proof coin. Wow, I like this design so much. It's kind of sad that it's no longer going to be on the American Eagle, and I don't think you can see it very well through the capsule, but this has edge lettering. It says 30th anniversary. Anyway, I just wanted to point out more than anything the packaging itself. This, you know, it's a hard case. It protects the coin so much better than this packaging here, which is really quite flimsy. So, okay, so that's the unboxing. Let's go on over and get some close-up shots of each of the coins, and we'll also compare it to the Type 1, and I'll give you some specs on these coins at the end of the video. right, well, hopefully you enjoyed those cinematic shots of these two coins. Just very briefly before we get to the specs, I just wanted to point out that the 3 coins I got from the San Francisco Mint did not have the same even frosty finish that the West Point coins had. You can see what I'm talking about in this shot, for example. You can see around the breastplate there's what looks like some kind of wear on the coin. And as I mentioned, all 3 of the San Francisco coins have the same kind of finish. So I can only imagine it's some sort of wear on the dies or on the blanks themselves. I don't know the exact reason, but I just wanted to point that out. The reverse on both coins look about the same, although I would say the West Point finish is still frostier and a little nicer than the San Francisco coins. All right, well, the specs on both coins are the same, obviously, the only difference being the mint and mint mark, which is why I put it here twice. Feel free to pause the video if you need more time here. If not, we'll move on. And here's where we find some differences between the 2 coins. The West Point coin was released on July 20th, and the San Francisco coin was released August 12th. Both had an issue price of $73. The odd thing is that the W proof is bringing a slightly higher premium for whatever reason than the S proof. We see the market value is anywhere between $85 to $95 for the W and between $80 and $90 for the S proof. Now, we don't have official mintages yet, at least none that I could find. What we do have is the product limit for each coin, and then we also have the most recent US Mint sales figures. So, for example, the W proof had a product limit of 300,000, and according to the US Mint's most recent sales figures, as of January 16th, 2022, the US Mint sold 298,632, and the total distribution here includes the same coin in other presentations. So, if we add all those numbers together, we get a little more than 300,000. As for the S proof, we had a product limit of 200,000, so less than the W proof, with sales of 198,120. And the total distribution, because this coin was also included in the limited edition proof set, so the total sales for this coin were 247,187. And again, it's a little odd to me that the S proof has a slightly lower premium than the W proof, seeing as the S proof has a lower total mintage. So I don't know if that's because of the finish on the coin or what the reason is exactly, but these are the specifications we have as of now. Of course, prices fluctuate, so we'll see over the long term how these coins do. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, comment below, and we'll see you in the next one.